You're walking your dog, and without any warning, the leash goes tight. You didn't hear anything. You didn't see anything move, but your dog already stopped. And something in that moment tells you they caught something you completely missed. Their ears lift, their body freezes, and they stare into a space where nothing seems to be happening. You call their name, but they don't respond right away. A few seconds pass, and then they move again, like nothing happened. Most people assume their dog heard something. That feels like the only explanation. But your dog didn't hear something. They noticed something disappear. Something that was part of the normal pattern of that environment. A background hum, a distant rhythm, something consistent enough that their brain registered it as part of what should be there. Suddenly stopped. And your dog's brain flagged that absence before you had any awareness that anything had changed. That is what they noticed first. Not something new, but understanding what that actually means, why their brain catches it when yours doesn't, and what happens inside them during those few seconds of stillness, is where this gets genuinely surprising. Because the mechanism behind it changes how you read every single moment your dog has ever frozen on a walk. If you want to understand what your dog is actually doing in moments like this, not what it looks like, but what's really happening inside their brain, subscribe, because this is exactly what this channel is built to explain. Your dog is not experiencing the world the way you are. You react to what appears in front of you, a car, a voice, a movement. Your dog is doing something fundamentally different. They are tracking the entire pattern of the world around them, all the time, without stopping. The rhythm of the neighborhood, the consistency of background sounds, the way things feel at a particular time of day. Your dog has mapped all of it, and they are constantly, quietly checking whether that map still matches what is actually there. Dr. Peter Pongratz at Eötvös-Loránd University, whose research examines how dogs process their acoustic environment, found that dogs don't just react to individual sounds. They monitor the overall pattern of their surroundings. And the moment that pattern shifts, their brain treats it as something that demands an answer. What their brain is doing in that moment is something your own brain does too. You just do it much more slowly. So when your dog froze on that walk, they weren't confused. Something in the pattern of the world went wrong. Something stopped that should have still been there, and their brain would not let them move until they understood why. You missed it completely. They caught it before it even finished happening. But what happens inside your dog during those few seconds of stillness is not what it looks like from the outside. That freeze looks like your dog standing there doing nothing. It is actually one of the most active things they ever do. And once you understand what is really going on in there, the behavior stops looking like a reaction entirely. Most people look at a frozen dog and see hesitation. What is actually happening is the opposite. Your dog's brain runs a constant background check on everything around them, building a quiet, ongoing prediction of what the world should be doing next. When reality matches, the check runs silently. When something breaks, when a sound that should still be there suddenly isn't, that check throws an alert their brain cannot ignore. Picture your dog on your regular walk, the street you take every morning. Every sound that belongs on that route is registered. The distant dog that always barks at this corner, the sprinkler that always runs at this time. The moment one of those sounds stops, your dog feels that gap the way you would feel a sudden silence in a room full of music. Immediate, impossible to ignore, and here is what makes that moment worth stopping for. While you are standing there seeing nothing, your dog is carrying the full weight of that missing piece entirely alone. They felt something shift in the world around both of you. They stopped to figure out what it meant. And they did all of that without a single word, without any way to tell you what they caught. Only that something, somewhere, was not the way it should be. Carl Friston at University College London spent decades studying exactly this. The gap between what the brain expected and what it got. What his work revealed is that the brain is not a passive receiver of the world, it is an active guesser. And when the world stops matching the guess, that gap becomes the only thing that matters. That alert is what you are watching when your dog freezes. Not confusion, not random sensitivity. A brain doing exactly what it was built to do. Your dog's body goes still because movement creates noise, and noise drowns out the very information their brain is trying to collect. The stillness is not your dog shutting down, it is your dog turning everything up. Most people don't notice this, but if you did, that already says something about how you see your dog. That is the freeze, and what happens next is where the two of you come in. In the middle of all that stillness, your dog turns and looks at you. That glance back over their shoulder. You have seen it. It happens every time. Most people think their dog is checking for reassurance. That is not what is happening. Dr. Adam Miklosi at Eötvös Loránd University has shown that dogs read the people they trust as part of how they make sense of uncertain moments. They are not asking you for reassurance. They are asking you for information. Did you feel it too? Your reaction becomes part of the answer your dog is building. If you pull the leash and keep moving, your dog registers that. If you pause and look with them, your dog registers that too. Every time you dismiss that moment, your dog learns something about you. Every time you pause and share it, they learn something different. Your dog is not just reading the environment, they are reading whether you and the environment are telling them the same thing. So the next time the leash goes tight and your dog stares into what looks like absolutely nothing, don't rush past it. Your dog detected a break in the pattern of the world around them. Something that should still have been there wasn't. And in that second, your dog's entire system locked in to figure out why, while you walked right through it without feeling a thing. That is not your dog being strange. That is your dog being more tuned into the world than you will ever be. They were not reacting to nothing. They were reacting to something you didn't even know was gone. On your next walk, notice whether your dog freezes in the same spots repeatedly, the same corner, the same stretch of path, rather than randomly. And does it happen at roughly the same time of day? Leave that in the comments. That pattern connects directly to everything this video just explained. If this changed how you see your dog, subscribe. Every video on this channel goes this deep into what your dog is actually doing and why. And the next video takes this one step further. Why your dog barks at what looks like a completely empty room. Most owners assume something outside triggered it. But what is actually setting that bark off has nothing to do with what entered the environment. It has everything to do with what your dog expected to find there and didn't.